Hi, today I'm going to speak on career counseling. Now, this term, sometimes people tend to get confused. Career counseling, career coaching, and there is so much of buzz around this word. So, let me try to decode the things for you and make it as simple as possible. Now, as far as the question of definition goes, career counseling it's a method that assists one to distinguish and recognize oneself and the career one intends to pursue. So we can say that it helps to identify your interest. The question comes, why career counseling? So before going into it, let me put forward a question to you. Do you remember first time when you were riding a cycle, or first time you prepared a dish for your family? So it wasn't easy, especially when there was nobody to guide you. So now imagine if there was someone who could guide you, tell you how to cook, how to ride a bicycle, definitely things would have been easier, right? Similar situation is with the career counseling. Now the students from grade 8 to 12, they are adolescent. They come across various phases in their life, or I should put it in this way, they come across many situations where they have to take decisions, and they find to take decisions very difficult, and they need someone to handhold them. So here the question of career counseling is very important. So we can say it's an effort, guidance and support provided to students from grade 8 to 12, so they are better prepared to make decisions regarding their educations and career based on understanding of their interest, their aptitude and abilities, as well as resources and opportunities around them. So I hope definition is quite clear. Then question come, a very big question come, why you need to select a career? Because we are all unique, just like our fingerprints. No two person are having a similar fingerprint. So you can't give the same uh, I mean, same kind of dress or same kind of when you can't give the same kind of dress to all, or one size doesn't fits all, if I put it in this way. Similarly, one career doesn't fit everyone because everyone is unique, just like their fingerprint. We are all born once and we spend almost our entire life, 45 years, which is around 80,000 hours of work. We have to ensure that we enjoy that period. So how to make it enjoyable, how to make it into a passion? If you identify the right career for yourself, things become very easy. We have generally seen today's generation students, they never plan for the future. They tend to follow the crowd. They choose by influence. They get very easily influenced by the others. At times they accept the verdict which is given by the parents by force, and sometimes they get tempted by the current trends. So these are the general, you can say, psychology of the students. So how to ease the process? What actually the thing is all about? It is a 5-step process which starts with discovering yourself. followed by exploring the options, making an informed decision, taking action, and evaluating the decision. So these are the 5 steps which forms the career making process. Now let's see how to go about and how the career counselor is the steps where the career counselor comes into the scene. So step 1, which is discovering yourself. Discovering yourself means you have to find out your aptitude, your interest, your personality, your value system, your skills, your strength, your weaknesses. All these things, they are part of discovering yourself. Now, it can be done through a psychometric test. So here comes the counseling into scene. You can't discover yourself completely. Now, along with your analysis, it has to be validated. So this can be done through some psychometric tests, which are tools of self-exploration, your awareness, and the fundamental point of reference for career counseling. So what I'm saying is that if you have to discover yourself, you can do it by profile building. This is one of the steps. Suppose you reach a career counselor, you contact a counselor. The step 1 will be your making the profile, just like when you visit a doctor. Before listening to your problems, what they do first? They write the general information, your name, sex, your weight, your BP, all those things, the health parameters are mentioned in the prescription, and then they start with their diagnosis. Similarly, before the counseling, this is the groundwork which has to be done. And this can be done with the help of psychometric test, that is the profile building. Now, next step is you have to explore the options. Exploring options means what, according to your step 1, you've understood your strengths and weaknesses. Now you have to explore what you can do in terms of career. What activities you can do based on your strength. So again, this can be here the career counselor comes into account. You do the on the suppose a child comes to me for career counseling. So the child will first contact me. They'll get a reply from my end, and in that reply only they'll have the access to my technology page. What they can do? They can explore the 3 C's. What is that 3 C? They can explore the careers they want, the country they want to study, and the college they want to study. So again, a scientific tool is helping in that. Next is making a decision. So once you are done with your step 1 profile building, step 2 your you have done your research groundwork, explore all the options, you come to a decision making step. So This is very, very important. It should be done with the help of a counselor, because they will take you from all confusion to clarity. You can't waste much time and energy. So this can again be validated by an ideal career test. You have narrowed down your choices, performed the test, that is another psychometric test, which will help you to identify 3 career options. Now, whichever is close to your heart, whichever you find your passion most passionate about, you can move ahead with that. Next is taking action. This is very important. After those 3 steps, you have to take action. Action means you have to finalize your country of study, your course, means what course you want to pursue, which college you want to take admission, and then you move ahead to your goal. And last step is evaluating the decision. So you have to evaluate. You should choose a career which is a realistic one. Now suppose a child is opting for a marketing career. As you know, marketing is a field where you need to be an extrovert. You need to be good in communication skill. And if you find that you are not fit for that and you have opted for marketing, then you're bound to have lots of struggle. That career is not fit for you if you're an introvert, if you're not good in communication. So you have to evaluate the decision. That again has to be done with the help of career counselor. At this point, I should mention about the role of parents in career planning. A brief do's and don'ts, a quick run through to that. You should evaluate your child's aptitude, strength, and weaknesses. Help your child in discovering his or her own passion. Motivate your child in pursuing his or her passion, which is very important. Inform your child regarding all aspects of the career, positives as well as negatives. If a child is going for the, suppose, army, military, you have to tell the negatives as well. They have to be away from their home. Homesickness cannot be a bottleneck in that case. Or if a person is for choosing the sales career, then they have to be always on traveling. So these nitties and gritties should always be discussed with the children. So they should understand what they are passionate about. It's not a 1-day process, 2-day process. It takes months and years in some cases. So help the child understand the work life in the chosen career by associating with professionals in the field. Suppose the child is going for engineering career, civil engineering. So let the child interact with a civil engineer if you know anyone. It will help them to make a informed decision. And you should always try to gain confidence of your child and motivate them to discuss their query with you. So let the discussion be uh, there. Don't break the chain. That continuous discussion should be there between you and your child. And in case if anything goes wrong, please seek help of professional, that is a career counselor. Now, strict don'ts. Do not force or dictate a child decision. Do not burden the child with unreal expectations. Don't be impatient while dealing with children. Career scope changes with time. So, what you have thought of that existed during your days, your desires, maybe those careers are not that relevant in today's time. So, that check you have to do. Do not misguide the child into choosing a career of your choice. Do not answer a child query if you're not sure about it. It's okay to take time, research, or seek professional help. And the last point is very sensitive, but yet very significant. Do not allow other people, it could be friends, family, their peers, to influence their child decision.